Hey guys, it's Michelle B with Remax Services here in beautiful Boca Raton and SipSocialCell.com. And today we're going to be talking about how to build your brand and get more clients with YouTube. Yes, YouTube. I have really enjoyed starting to build my brand on YouTube. And today's guest is Karin Carr. She's with Keller Williams from Savannah, Georgia. So watch the video. You're going to get lots of great tips that you can use today. And don't forget, subscribe, please. Subscribe. And we have new videos every week, so hit the little notification bell. Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, it's Michelle. And I am back. Actually, we tried to record this a little earlier on the iPhone and it just didn't work, so now we're doing it again. I'm with the fabulous Karin Carr, the YouTube expert, and we're going to be talking all things YouTube today. Again, but now we've got our first run-in, so now we know what we really want to talk about, which is good. So welcome, Karin. Tell our audience a little bit about who you are, where you work, what you do, and how you started with YouTube.
Sure. So I've been a realtor for 13 years now. I am in Savannah, Georgia with Keller Williams, and I kind of stumbled across YouTube quite honestly by accident. So I had a channel and I had been making videos every now and then, but nothing really regular.
Right.
And we moved from Atlanta to Savannah last summer. And I was thinking, how am I going to get business here? Nobody knows who I am. I have no name recognition. I don't have any sphere here. I don't have any past clients here. I might as well be a brand newly licensed agent all over again.
Right.
And my phone rang and somebody said, hey, Karin, you don't know me, but I feel like I know you. I've been watching all of your videos. Will you help me buy a house? And unfortunately, he was talking about Atlanta. And I was like, you have the worst timing ever. Like, couldn't you have called me a month ago? So I referred him out to somebody else. But it kind of was like a ding, ding, ding moment for me where I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make videos. So then I started researching my competition, and I went onto YouTube and I searched for realtor in Savannah, Savannah real estate, Savannah homes for sale, realtors in Savannah using YouTube. And I searched for everything I could possibly think of. And you know what I found? Nothing. All I found were virtual tours.
Yeah.
I found tons and tons of videos of people that were just showcasing the listing they were trying to sell, but their face was not on camera. They were not doing a voiceover, so I wasn't able to connect with them in any way. It was all about the house they were selling. And I thought, I'm going to do videos where I am on camera, so I'm trying to connect with the audience. And if they like my personality and they want to work with me, then awesome. But I'm not showcasing any specific house. I might be talking about a neighborhood or a tip for buyers or a tip for sellers or what it's like living here. But it wasn't all about the listings.
Right. And I think one of the things that we met on Facebook.
Right.
Just in the last week or so, really like where we engaged with each other in regards to YouTube, because I just started really focusing on YouTube about 5 months ago. And even though I've had my channel forever. And so I was looking at your channel, which is fantastic. And can you tell everybody, like, you know, how do you get ranked and using tags? And, you know, there's a lot of verbiage out there. And as we were talking about earlier, there's a lot coming at us. And the number one reason you use YouTube is because
it's a search engine.
Exactly.
I mean, it's not, I don't look at it as a social platform. I don't look at it as though it is a Facebook or an Instagram or a Snapchat. It is a search engine, and it happens to be owned by Google, which is the largest search engine, and YouTube is number 2.
Right.
So my strategy was, okay, if somebody is searching for like houses for sale by the beach in Savannah, I want them to find me. How can I do that? And so you're really trying to figure out what would somebody actually type into the search bar in order to find a video on this particular topic.
Right.
So for me, it's kind of like writing a blog. You don't just write a blog post and hope somebody sees it. You do the keyword research and you try to figure out what are people typing into the search bar in order to find that blog post, and how can I make it get found faster. So really that's about your tags. And we were talking about this before, that tags on YouTube are not like tags on Instagram.
Right.
It's not hashtag real estate, hashtag realtor life, hashtag beach house.
Right.
The tag is something that somebody goes to YouTube and types in the search field. They don't type beach house. They type beach houses in Savannah, or they type coffee shops in Boca. They are typing in an actual search phrase, and that is what you use for your title. That is what you use for your tag. And you put it in the search, or the description box below your video. Like, there's a whole strategy around how to make it so that your video is findable when somebody does a search.
When you do your videos, and I meant to ask you this before, do you also incorporate your YouTube videos in a blog post anywhere, or do you just have them stand?
I do.
Okay. That's huge.
I mean, you could absolutely have them stand alone, and your YouTube channel could be a thing all by itself.
Yeah.
And you can have a blog stand alone and be a thing all by itself.
Right.
But if you combine the two, that's where the magic happens, because Google loves YouTube, because Google owns YouTube. So if you have a blog post with your YouTube video embedded right in it, it will help you show up in the search results that much faster.
I think that's fantastic. I love this concept of the search engine piece. And we were talking earlier too about, you know, we don't like to door knock, we don't like cold calling, but this is like farming without having to, you know, a 18-month proposition of mailing postcards and the expense of it. People are coming to you, not the other way around.
Agreed. I mean, with farming, I'm just not okay with spending $300 a month for a year before I see any sort of return on investment. To me, that's not a good use of my time or my money.
No.
With YouTube, it's pretty much free. I mean, between buying a couple of lights and a microphone, that's $50, $75 maybe.
Yeah.
You know, there are free video editing apps out there. You can do all of this for, let's just say it's $100 all in for your initial investment. And then from there on, it's free.
Yeah,
so,
I agree with you. I agree with you. And the other thing is, then it's evergreen. You know, I get these cards. I just go like this. I'm like, what is this?
Right. I totally agree, because if you door knock, you are only generating leads while you're knocking on doors. And then when you get in your car and drive away, you're done. So if you make a video, let's say you spent 3 hours door knocking versus 3 hours making a video and doing research on it and, you know, polishing it and getting it up onto YouTube, but people find it a month from now, a year from now, 3 years from now, go search for anything on YouTube, and I guarantee you'll find videos that are 5 or 6 years old. And for a 3-hour investment to be found years from now and still be getting leads from that, that's awesome.
That's awesome. And not to say that door knocking doesn't work, because some people love that strategy.
Oh, it works.
The mailing strategy. I am at a stage in my life where that is just not my jam. And so the other thing is, I just sent out a newsletter and on email, you know, an email through one of the CRMs that I have. I do something once a month, and a lot of it's already in there, and then I just kind of update it. And I dropped a YouTube video in there, and I dropped some other links to my YouTube videos in there. So it's going to be very interesting to see. I think that might be one of the reasons I'm also getting a little tick up, because what you and I were talking about earlier is I started tagging things properly and using TubeBuddy and what's this other one that you also mentioned, keywords everywhere. And I did it last week on some of my videos. Then I sent my newsletter out on Friday. And the funny thing is, now I'm starting to see this tick up since, what did I say, Wednesday or Thursday of last week. And I've had like 250 views of my channel since then. And I know it's from the advice that you gave me when we talked on Saturday, but also what you were, you know, mentioning in the Facebook post, which is, you know, tagging these things and keywording them properly, which is awesome. You know, I love that.
Yep. The whole goal is for, so I've always said, like, if I made a video and I put it on Facebook, I could probably get a ton of views, and you could get, you know, hundreds of views in the first couple of hours, and that's fabulous. But are those people necessarily looking to buy or sell real estate.
Right.
Probably not. They just happen to see it in your feed. And if they find it on YouTube, it's because they were looking for it. So if they are Googling or searching on YouTube, you know, beach houses in Savannah, and they come across your video, they didn't just stumble across it by accident. They were actively looking for it.
Agreed.
So in my videos, you know, I try not to be salesy at all. I'll go out to the beach and I'll do a driving tour, and I'll take pictures of, you know, here's the pier where everybody fishes, and here are the great restaurants, and here are what the houses look like, and let's go drive around and see what, you know, what does $300,000 buy you here? What does $500,000 buy you here? And then in the description box underneath your video, it can be like a little mini blog post, and you can talk about who you are, have a link to your website where they can search for all the beach homes currently for sale. When they get to your website, you've probably got all kinds of lead capture pages over there. So they fill out the form, and when you get that magic email that says you have a new lead and you call them, they actually want to hear from you. And it's really funny that they act like you're a celebrity because they've been seeing your YouTube videos. So you call somebody and they go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm talking to you in person. And it just cracks me up.
I love it though. I love it though. But here's what's really cool. So if you take these platforms that have the video capability, like Instagram stories, Facebook Live, even Snapchat, I do this frequently, which is I like to do Facebook Lives. But I also know that I'm not really being found anywhere, but have a captive audience with hashtag Boca, which is our local lifestyle blog. And what I'll do is I'll save them into Dropbox. So, you know, on Facebook, you can save your videos, open up the video, and download it, and then I just upload it to Dropbox, and I use it in my YouTube videos. And sometimes I put my videos together through Adobe Spark Video. And as I said before, I've got an intro and an outro. Fiverr, by the way, did it. And then I can put that up on my YouTube channel. My big thing was, okay, I've got video stuff. How do I get people to watch this stuff? You know, once it's off of Facebook. But my point being is that you can take the little videos that you do and put them all together with, like you said, some editing software. And you're not having to reinvent the wheel. You're just you know, recreating with what you already have, which is great.
Right. Absolutely. And the day that you post your new video on YouTube, you can share it on Facebook and share it on Instagram and share it on all of your social media platforms. I share a lot of videos on LinkedIn, and all of those are to drive traffic to the YouTube channel. You want them to watch the video on YouTube so that the view count counts on YouTube. Whereas if you download the video from YouTube and you share it on Facebook, they're going to watch it on Facebook. They're not watching it on YouTube. So that doesn't really help you get more subscribers and get more views. So I'm trying to do everything to drive traffic back to the YouTube channel.
I love that concept. And I think you were also talking about like the equipment that you have. So tell everybody what you're using, because I can see it in the background a little bit too. I think you use an iPad, you've got a ring light. I mean, you've got what, a lavalier microphone?
Yeah, so I film on my iPad, and the only reason I use my iPad instead of my phone is because the screen is bigger. And when I first started making videos, I had downloaded a teleprompter app. So when I'm looking at my phone, here's the lens, right? The teleprompter app is running right there. So as I'm reading it, it looks like I'm looking at the lens, even though I'm really reading the teleprompter.
Yeah, I need that.
And it was a cheap little app that you just downloaded from iTunes, and it was harder to see on my phone because I'm old and I need reading glasses. So I did it on my iPad, so it was easier for me to see.
I love that.
And then I just have a tripod to hold the iPad.
Right.
And I have a $20 microphone that I bought off of Amazon that just clips onto your laptop. Yeah. And I have two lights. I think they're called soft boxes. It's really just a tripod with a light bulb in the top and then an umbrella stuck in the front of it. Yeah. And I have two of those. And like, I'm not using them right now, but on the day when I'm filming, I just have one on each side so that there's light shining on me and the light looks good. Yeah. And that's it. None of that stuff was super expensive.
No, it really isn't. And Amazon's so reasonable anyways that it makes it pretty easy. And I think like,
Right.
you know, you have a nice little background. I've got like something kind of neutral in the background, and then it's all about the content anyways, you know. And
It really is.
what do you think about like when you have the description under your videos? What do you like to put in there? How much text do you put in your descriptions?
Oh, I don't give away the farm, so I'm not going to tell them everything that's in the video because otherwise they won't watch the video. They'll read the description. So let's say that the video is about, like the one I posted today was buying a house long distance. And I said, are you thinking about moving cross country? It can be really stressful. Today's video has 5 tips to make it easier for you.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. I make sure that I say the title of the video in the description, because basically we're just trying to give YouTube as much information what this thing is about, so it will show up in the search results.
Yeah.
And then I have links to all my social platforms and like 1 paragraph about me. It is not this, you know, 4-page bio of why I'm so fabulous and you should use me. It's like a teeny little description of who I am so that they know that I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then links back to my website. So I'm trying to drive traffic to the website, which is where I can capture their information because there's no lead capture on YouTube. So I always put links back to my website in the description box under.
Yeah, I get that. I've got some of my social media channels under there. I'll probably tweak that and see if that drives a little bit more traffic just back to my website. But I've got real estate and then I've got my hashtag Boca. So it depends on where I want them. And I'm looking for followers on Instagram too. So that does give me a location though, which is nice to be able to drop those links. So I do like that.
Right, and don't just drive them back to your home page. You always want to drive them to a specific page where I want them to do something. I want them to download a free guide. I want them to sign up for my newsletter. I want them to, you know, some call to action.
Yeah. Now you started your YouTube channel how long ago?
I started it like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
My 4-year-old is home from school.
Hi.
Be quiet, I started it 4 years ago. Thank you. But I never did anything with it. I just had it. And I would post stuff up there every now and then. But it wasn't until last June that I started making weekly videos. And I decided I would make them weekly just because I was new in town and I had a lot of didn't have any clients that had a lot of time. So I figured I will just do it now before I'm really busy. And in your little channel art right at the top of YouTube, I even say I post new videos every Monday because that's kind of like my world accountability partner, right? If I say I'm posting videos every Monday, then I better do it.
Well, and you've given me that push because I need to change my channel art. It just has our Boca logo up there because we do cover real estate under that. Originally, I started my channel out as just, listing videos, and now it's a playlist set up, and I have, different aspects to it. So I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, I probably need to change that up a little bit, now that I'm, working on this. And I find that the video aspect of our business is so cool that I want everyone to do video.
I know, me too. I've been talking about it. Well, when I first started doing these videos, I really was doing it just to kind of get my name out there and kind of establish myself in a new city. Because, I've been a realtor for a long time, but nobody knew who I was. So it didn't matter. I needed to get some name recognition.
Yeah.
And after about 3 months, I got a come list me phone call where they signed the papers right then and there, and they didn't even interview anybody else. They had already decided that they wanted to work with me based on nothing but those videos. And I was kind of flabbergasted because I thought, really? I mean, never once was I asking for the sale in these videos. It was kind of like, here's all the free information. If you want more information about buying a house in Savannah, click the link below. And that was pretty much the extent of it. And then it happened again. And I started getting buyer leads and seller leads. And these people would convert at a ridiculous ratio. It's like 80% is my conversion rate.
That's
The only
fantastic.
time they don't convert is if they decide not to buy or sell after all.
Yeah, it's not
So,
because of you, it's because of something that's changed in their world.
yeah, they decided not to move. And they're, you know, Facebook ads, I can get Facebook leads for $1 or $2 a piece all day long. But if I have to call 100 people to find 3 people that were actually interested,
Yeah.
who's got the time for that? Like, I don't have the time for that.
Not only that, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. No. So I would much rather,
Yeah.
I would much rather have people contacting me because they're already interested, and then they're happy to hear from me when I call them, and they willingly tell me all of their information. It's not me calling it expired where they go, oh my gosh, you're the 17th person to call me in the last hour, leave me alone.
Yeah, I agree. I think again, this goes back to the kids. This is, you know, yes, it's a form of social media, but it's really not. You know, it's where we can lead generate, and it's a search engine, as Pinterest is a search engine. And you know, one of the things that I really love is listening. I'm just at a stage in my life where that is like, I never understood that when I would talk to agents who've been around a long time. They're like, oh, I like to, you know, all I do is listen. I'm like, why don't you work with buyers? So I was always working with, you know, first-time home buyers, and then things shifted, and I started to work in niche markets. And I studied those niche markets, and I will tell you, when I can send a quick email or even a text message to a potential customer who needs me to sell their home, especially in a niche like the ones that I work in, it's very powerful. One, they know that you're the expert. They can Google you, and it will come up. And you're not just the realtor, you're the realtor who also specializes in, you know, XYZ. So I think it's so powerful, and I so appreciate your information and your knowledge. And hopefully some of the folks watching today will be able to take a few things and not be fearful, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You know, you have to like jump on in, the water's warm. Kind of thing.
I mean, it's really true. We're all afraid to be on camera at the beginning. I know when I first started making videos, my lighting was atrocious. My sound was atrocious. I didn't know what to say. I probably looked like a deer in the headlights on camera half the time.
Mm-hmm.
But only way to get better is to just start doing it and to keep doing it. And then the more you watch yourself back, you realize I say a lot, or I do this weird thing with my mouth where I go right before I talk. And so you have to make a conscious effort not to do that anymore. And again, the only way to get rid of those things is to watch yourself play back so that you become aware of those habits.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, oh, somebody, who was it? Somebody just put up the funniest video, and he was doing something with his hands. Who was that? Did you see that? And it was hilarious. It might have been in one of the video groups I'm in, like Rev Nation or something. And he redid it with his daughter behind him, and she's doing all these funny hand movements, like completely making fun of himself. Dude, you know, he talked a lot.
Right.
Hilarious though, because he was able to take it and go, oh, okay, maybe I need to like tone that down. And like Toastmasters, you know, I tended to twirl a ring when I was talking all the time. And so Toastmasters has kind of helped me stop that. Of course, they always stop me from saying and we all do that. I think it's when I get nervous, I a lot. But there you go. Same thing. You just have to go back and kind of review and critique, you know, and you get better.
And people don't want, no, they don't care. They don't want perfection. They want somebody who is honest and genuine and knowledgeable. They don't care if you're young or old. They don't care that I'm middle-aged. They don't care that I'm not a size 2 and that I have dark circles under my eyes. They don't care about that stuff. And if they did and they didn't want to work with me based on that, then screw them. I don't want them as a client anyway, right?
No, who cares? And I think the coolest thing is what we have at our fingertips now is we have a lot of, you know, free information. I know I've definitely watched some women in particular that I like, who have great channels, Sunny Lenarduzzi and Amy Landino. I think they're terrific, and I've learned a lot from them. And and now I'm learning from you, and I think that's fantastic. And you know, you have a lot of good nuggets that you can share with, you know, realtors at any stage. I mean, I think there's no better opportunity if you're a new real estate agent and you've got a mentor. What a fantastic way to get your name out there and your brand out there and who you are. And you know what? Say you get a big listing, you're not comfortable, partner up with someone. That's how you do it. You know. So.
And I've had a lot of newer agents say, but I'm brand new. I don't know what I would talk about because I don't have enough experience. Well, you know what it's like to live in your town. So maybe instead of giving buyer tips and seller tips, you highlight where you live. And you go drive around and show them what the neighborhoods look like. And you show them some of the big attractions. I mean, I did a video where there's this thing in Savannah. It's like a table with bicycle wheels underneath it, and it's essentially a bar. So you drive around the city pedaling like a crazy person, drinking, and it's hysterical and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I went and did that with a friend of mine, and then I had such a good time that I called the owner of the company and said, could I come do a video on you? And they were like, yes. So I just interviewed them and said, what is this thing and how does it work and why do you do it and why should somebody do it? And then I took some video of the thing going down the street, and I took some selfie videos of myself and my friend on it. And it has nothing to do with real estate, but it has everything to do with the vibe of living in Savannah.
Well, and here's the beauty of that. One, you can do that on Instagram stories and save all those little clips. You can even do it landscape. I love that Sony said, turn your camera around on something she was videotaping, because that's a way that you can save it as a landscape. But honestly, I don't think anybody cares at this point because you can shade it out anyways if you've got some little software. But I think the key is being the digital mayor of your town. I'm a huge advocate of that. There's a few people that I really, you know, I didn't come up with that concept. You know, Pinky Nose Naples down in Naples, and Dustin Brome at Search Salt Lake. We've got, you just did a terrific interview with Neil Mouthwig, I Love Madison, and he has a great podcast. There's all these, Shannon Milligan's another one. She does amazing videos, you know, where she's at. So, you know, there are people out there that have already done this, and seek them out, because what I'm finding is, like you, most people are happy to share how they're doing it and how they got started and why they're doing it and what the return could be. I don't mind sharing these tips because honestly, what comes around goes around, you know, just paying it forward.
And none of us compete. Like Shannon is in Virginia, Dustin's in Salt Lake, Neil is in Wisconsin, you're in Florida, I'm in Savannah. None of us compete with each other. You know what? I even share this information with the people in my own office and my own market. Yeah. Because like you said, what goes around comes around. And maybe there's somebody in my office who is very analytical and very detail oriented and has a very different personality. And somebody watching his videos might connect better with him than they would connect with me. Well, that's fine. There's enough business for everybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean, not everybody's going to, like, I say this all the time. There's only one me. And there's only one you. And who you connect with is who you connect with. My goal with hashtag So Boca, which kind of started tongue-in-cheek because it's Boca, was to showcase our town, because I've been here almost 40 years. And that it's fun, and there's lots, every night, every day, there's something fun to do, and there's events. And it's a very giving community with the nonprofits. I've never seen anything like it in my life. There's just so much going on for our nonprofits here, and I'm very lucky to be invited to things where I can go to them. And so why not showcase that? And I love showcasing the small business owner and the entrepreneur who's starting out, and restaurants. Like, restaurants have such a tough time. So if I can shine some light on them, why not? And at the same time, oh yeah, I'm a realtor. You can say I'm a realtor. So, but I don't have to talk about that.
Right, and of course, they're going to share your video on their pages, and they're going to post it on their website, and they're going to drive traffic back to you as well. So it's a win-win for everybody.
It's a win-win for everybody. I mean, I go out to restaurants. I'm not doing a bad review. It's not happening. I'll leave that up to the professionals. If it's that bad, I'm not I'm just not going to do anything. But I just wouldn't do that. That's not my goal with this. But I love all the tips that you've shared with everyone today. And so even if you take two, great. And so can you share your channel with everyone so they subscribe and follow you and learn from you?
It's really, really original. It's Karin Carr Real Estate.
And it's Karin with
Karin Carr, what was that?
Karin with an I, right?
Yeah, Karin with an I. It was Karin Carr Real Estate. It used to have the city I was in, but then I moved and I thought maybe I should just have my name. And that way, if I ever move again, I don't have to rename my whole channel again.
Well, I just had to switch my name, because I am, again, very new to this. I had to get to 100 subscribers so I could change my damn URL.
Right.
It was something so stupid from 2008. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So I finally was begging people, like, can you please subscribe to my channel? Finally, everybody did. And I hit that 100. I'm like, yes. And then I'm like, oh, what should I call it? Michelle Boca. So then I was conflicted, went on Facebook on Snapchat, and I'm like, what should I do? And everybody's like, I was like, no, I'm just doing it under my name because that's my name, and then I'll have my playlist set up underneath for So Boca, and people will figure it out.
Yes.
So, all right, so subscribe to Karin's channel and reach out to her if you are thinking of buying or selling in Savannah, which is one of my favorite towns. And by the way, as I said earlier, they have Publix there, so you can get a pub sub. They're the best, pub subs. But Savannah is one of my favorite towns. I love Savannah. I love the riverfront, and just the restaurants are like crazy good.
And I've never been to Boca, but my husband almost took a job there, and so he flew down there for the interview, and he was like, oh my gosh, you should see this place. It's amazing. So we need to go there sometime.
You can come visit. We'd love to have you. And, I think the same with Savannah, though. I just think it's a fantastic community, and it's just gorgeous. So now you got to hook up. So there you go with the great relationship there. So, all right, guys. So thanks for joining in on our social cell today. And make sure you subscribe to all of our channels. Mine is below and probably somewhere over here on the bottom. So anyways, have a great day. Thanks, Karin.
Thanks, Michelle.
Bye.